So with the dildo, welcome to Leaf Blanco 2.0, bro, sis. What's going on, folks? It's your boy Leaf Blanco, man, with Leaf Blanco 2.0, Philly Boy Show. You know what I mean? We're doing a special on the coronavirus, the COVID-19, aka the Kobe, aka the You Don't Know Me, aka SARS-CoV-2, aka Super Corona Nova. I mean, is it really real? We don't know. But, this is the fourth installment as I'm, kind of documenting what's going on in society and just trying to figure out this whole virus implications and the constraints that we're dealing with. I mean, as a society over this virus, this novel coronavirus. So we discuss, a lot of things from the NBA being shut down to all sports being shut down, the kids being shut down, the new celebrities that's coming on phase as far as saying they got the coronavirus. Idris Elba. He one of the newest guys, on the list. So I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. But they all alright. I think Tom Hanks got out of quarantine. Seems like Gobert is doing good. Donovan Mitchell's doing okay. But yeah, the last question I asked you guys are, will you take the vaccine? Would you take the vaccine? And I went on my Facebook and I was asking some of my friends, and he was going, I'm just sharing positive information. Like, I'm telling people, like, look, man, don't worry. 103-year-old lady just survived. A 17-day-old baby just survived. If you're not feeling comfortable about your odds, then man, you should definitely stay in the house. But I feel like I'm a little bit healthier than a 17-day-old baby that hasn't, really got, things right. They definitely didn't go through the harms of the body, or a 103-year-old lady has been through life. I mean, life on life on life. I mean, you'd be blessed to see 103 years. And then for this, this killer disease or whatever, this killer virus to, not for you to survive after 6 days of treatment, without no vaccination. Like, it's nothing you can reduce. Treatment is basically water, providing you with fluids, you know what I mean? Maybe some sort of like medicines to help stop inflammation or whatever. I'm not quite sure what the care package is, but it ain't nothing that we already didn't have within you, right? I pose a question, and I'm gonna show it on my Facebook, but yeah, your body should get best defense. I mean, better than a vaccine, and I got some people that agree, and some people that was against it. I got some jack call me stupid. You know what I mean? Oh, you stupid fuck. I'm like, whoa, bro. I'm stupid. Like, first off, get the F off my stat. You know what I mean? I don't even know you. But if you gonna have a right, if you feel that passionate about calling me stupid, then point it out. You know what I mean? Point it the F out. Because ain't nothing stupid about me, though. Like, that's one thing. I could be a lot of things, but stupid isn't one of them. So, alright, we may have a disagreeing on a particular point of view, but I'm not a sheep. And I'm going to question what I feel needs to be questioned. You know what I mean? So, we get into a whole thing like, yeah, man, vaccinations, man. You said, first off, you're comparing something that's been here for 2 months with like AIDS. Like, first off, I never compared this to AIDS at all. What I did was compare it to something like the flu and something like pneumonia. And I mean, that's already killing thousands a day. From the HIV virus. I mean, HIV is killing a lot a day, but the flu kills like 1,000 a day. I mean, 1,000 people a day. I mean, pneumonia might kill like 3,000 people a day. and on average, the coronavirus kill like 62 a day. I mean, that could go up because of the global pandemic spread, but I mean, essentially the numbers are low. And if it was that extreme, China would be out the border. It was like, oh man, like, you know, like, if it's going to spread and kill, but the numbers is showing, like, you could look at it. I mean, it's recoveries, it's infected, and it's, you know, a new day. That's what happens when you get sick. You get sick, your body fights it off, and majority of the time it's a new day. In some cases it's not. And that's unfortunate, but that's the game of life, right? So basically what I'm saying is there's no need to worry. Your body is your best defense. Take care of your body, ingest the right things. I mean, cut out some of the not so good things and give your body a shot. I mean, if you're really nervous and worried about this pandemic spread, rather than, you know, promote fear or, you know, be mad at people who's actually using their brain. Like, why do I have to be quarantined for 2 weeks a month? Why are my civil liberties at, you know, at behest of the government? I mean, it's job, you know, it's whole restaurants that can't serve food based on this. Is, you know, they shut down all of the economic channels, and basically, I mean, except for maybe the grocery store and like a gas station and stuff like that. So there's a lot of, and you know, there's a lot of businesses out here that's going to struggles. People out here that, you know, that can't generate income during this time or find a new opportunity to generate income. I mean, it's still, bills are still being piled up, and they, you know, put everything as far as the moving society or, you know, on halt, essentially. You know what I mean? By takeaway. I mean, you have no choice but to participate in the quarantine. You know, there's not much for you to do outside of that. And like, I'm already an in-the-house person, but I'm telling you, like, yo, you carry your life on as normal. You know, do what things you have to do. Wash your damn hands. That's what you gotta do. And I'm telling you, all the information that I gave you about the coronavirus, how it was a cold, how, you know, SARS and MERS, and how all in all it's not that bad of a situation to overcome. Like, this is something we will overcome. And people are like, oh man, I'm glad you're not leaving the country. I'm like, no, I'm not saying that some of the things aren't needed. Like, yeah, we do need extra hospitals for the overflow and certain things. I mean, as far as logistics and getting the people served, if that's, you know, the extreme of where it's going to go. But we're not even there. We like at 8 deaths and, you know, in like the U.S. for like 34 deaths. Like, the cops do more than that in a week. Cops. Like, you'll get killed, your chances are more likely to get killed by a cop than a coronavirus. You know what I mean? So now they're imposing I guess a quarantine, an overnight quarantine, shut down for New Jersey 5 to 8. I mentioned that, but it's something that they think about for the whole nation. I mean, like a sit and wait sort of package. Like, you know, only go out if you got important things like a grocery store or, you know, something to that effect. But they really just want everybody to sit and chill in the crib while they, you know, I guess set things up for a better, you know, tomorrow. I don't know. To stop the spread, I guess. I mean, you know, when you look at some of the things in Italy, it's like, oh, it's kind of alarming, but, you know, what I do is I just look a little bit deeper, trying to figure out what's going on with everything. And I got some new added to information on it. This 5G thing. I don't know if you heard of it, but it's been something that's been said. I'm gonna go on a conspiracy tip for a little bit in this day, because like now it's just seeming a little bit it's seeming a little bit burdensome. Like, they shutting down all the liquor stores. So I think, you know, yesterday, today or tomorrow will be their last day for that you can get a bottle of liquor. I went in there to the liquor store today, and it was a long line. I didn't really get much. I don't drink, but got something from Dukes or whatever. But yeah, they trying to cut down liquor stores, anything non-essential. So basically, if you're not like DMV maybe, or like welfare, or like the grocery store, then they basically gonna shut it down. And we gonna see how that looks, moving forward. But yeah, that's like, that's kind of that's tough. That's tough. It's a tough thing for people to kind of go through, and to be stuck in the house, man. Like, it was Monday, no sports. It's like, dang. I guess it's gonna really give you some time to just like get back to yourself. I'm in a crib thinking crazy thoughts like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. And man, people think about having Corona parties and all that, man. I'm like, I would, but I really, I'm just gonna use this time probably to get better. Work on some things. I'm gonna try to step out, do some certain things. Might get some certain, video shots and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm a little nervous, man, because I'm not quite sure what's going on, and I'm more nervous about the people that's so happy and gung ho to be quarantined and to have their civil liberties taken away, and they're kind of like not questioning anything about this process. When like, hey, the numbers are showing like, hey, this is not, not crazy. Then you got people like Dr. Drew and so forth, and they're like, don't panic. And then you got the media. They come at the media saying, oh, the media is causing this whole hysteria. People buy all the toilet paper. All the hand sanitizer gone. It's like, it's a little bit extreme. So like, people are really like going overboard, but that's the design. That was by design. Like, they show these numbers without giving them context, and you're like, oh man, 100 people died, 200 people died, I can't believe it. But not long the whole time that 700 people died from something else in that same day. So yeah, it was bad, but there's a lot of other things going on too. So without the proper context, you don't know what it really means. They could just throw any numbers at you and throw a little bit of a tagline, and you're like, oh man, everybody just hype. And then they're using these celebrities as figureheads in order to get that emotional reaction out of you. They get the Tom Hanks got it. What? He was cast away. He ain't had shit. He survived. What you mean? He went to the fucking moon and back. What you mean? You talking about the boy Rudy Gobert? They used him because he was joking about it. So now he had to come across like, all right, I'm not. Then he used Donovan Mitchell. Then he used, France, the Canadians, and I don't know. It's a lot. Now they said Idris Elba, a black man over in England or whatever, got it because he was, associated with a person that had it prior. So he's a healthy boy, vegan, all that. So what I'm saying is, I'm not saying that it's not real, but I've heard it might not be. It's on the 5G and 60 gigahertz that might cause to give you the symptoms. And the funny thing is, the guys like Idris Elba, they don't even have symptoms. Like, they're asymptomatic, but they still tested positive. So it's not even like you can look towards the symptoms as being what makes you test positive. So it's kind of weird that they could just test positive and not have no symptoms. A lot of them that we went through, like the whole, Donovan Mitchell, Rudy Gobert, whatever like that. They didn't have any symptoms. So it's like, I'm just trying to figure out, is it really real? Is it propaganda? Then like with this 5G thing, they said they got these whole different waves, and I'm gonna play a clip from it for you so you can kind of get a gist of that. But it's crazy. To think that all the different areas where they've been opening up 5G, there's like a lot of these coronavirus deaths or whatever like that. and I'm not quite sure what I know what to think about it, but it's definitely a small connection. I mean, Italy was definitely rolling out a 5G network that I looked up. Yeah, man. So you think about 5G. China got the biggest 5G network that could, you know, out there. Italy has a decent 5G. I mean, they was rolling it out this year. You know, in America, they was been boasting about 5G, Verizon, and certain stuff like that. I'm not quite sure, but they're saying 60 megahertz, 60 hertz of the waves at whatever wave frequency that is really unrivaled as far as a wave. Like, it's not a lot of interference. It takes oxygen out of the air, like the O2 or something like that. So they say that those waves could, you know, can affect how the body reacts and moves, so it can bring on some of those symptoms, such as a dry cough. And a dry cough is weird because most coughs come with like phlegm or something blocking the passageway. So that's what the cough is coming from a blockage and from the air trying to escape. But in this instance, it's like a bodily reaction of you know, I guess can't. And that's the same thing with, like, you know, the clogged arteries and things like that. I mean, it has to get clogged. You know, it has to be like with pneumonia. I mean, you know, you get the pneumonia, you cough and whatever, but that's for fluid that builds up in the lungs. So this whole dry cough phenomenon is different, and yeah, I'm not quite sure the take on it, you know. But yeah, 5G. But more importantly, I also discovered like information pertaining to viruses, and this was a explanation on the swine flu. Something prior to this, and basically the doctor was saying that there's no way that you can get a animal virus and a human virus without the injection of the virus. You know, like they have to get a particular bad virus from an animal and mix it and then inject it into your body. But other than that, there's no way for those two to actually get inside you. So, and they were saying that like, and they was, you know, they wasn't talking about the swine flu. They went into the AIDS virus, and they went into a number of different viruses. And they just started explaining how viruses come from within you. They're created by the body to fend off against things that occur that's too big for the bacteria to overcome. So like your common cold is like a bacteria sort of thing. So, you know, it comes in and it fights it off or whatever. But when you get the virus, is a deeper level. You know what I mean? That the bacteria can't fend off. So they get the virus in order to attack it, in order to re-regulate the system. You know what I mean? To extract some of the bad things that's going on within the body. Like when you get the sweats out, you get the sneezing, and you get the bad things outside of you. So essentially, a virus is a good thing, or is a necessary thing rather. He went into explaining the polio vaccine, and it went into detail, just saying how in order to create these things, you got to get injected. So in order for you to get injected, you basically have to take the vaccine in order to get it, or they could sneak give it to you like they did in certain instances in the past with the HIV virus. They was saying that it was created here in a lab in Yale, and what they was trying to do was figure out if trying to give the mice tumors or cancer and seeing how to backwards engineer it or whatever like that. But what they did was they put it into the undesirable population, and they implemented it into different vaccines. They went on to explain how the HIV virus was like a cow, and if another animal, and the leukemia of this animal and the something for this animal, and they created this thing. So if you think about it, once that's introduced into your body, that virus is like your body is in shock because you have a foreign species virus within inside you. So that's what causes this whole breakdown of internal matter within your body. So, and with the breakdown, I said a virus is a non-living organism. It's more like it's like a soap. It scrubs away. It's in fact, I'm gonna just share some information. I'm gonna do like a 2-minute clip, and you can kind of like get a sense for, the explanations of a virus. But basically, saying a virus is, essentially a good things within you, and your body is what defeats it. And then he went further on to say that the vaccines, they haven't yet proven to do anything. You know what I mean? Like, there's not proof that a vaccine has actually cured a disease or a virus or whatever like that. There's no actual proof of that. But there has been, proof that it has, vaccines have been cover-ups for things that have caused a lot of damage, from polio to the AIDS and so forth. So, when I asked this question before, I wasn't really sure. But would you take the vaccine? Like, do you know the vaccination process? Are you comfortable? And then after getting some of this information, I'm gonna share with you, like, how do you feel now? But yeah, I've had people calling me stupid. I had or no, you don't get it, or they trying to say that China, the reason why China is because they built the hospital in 2 days, and all of that means nothing. Because if you could re-get it again, then it's going to come back. Right? It's a virus. So if your body isn't able to defend it off, no matter what you do to delay it, it's an inevitable fact that you will probably die if that's what's willed for you. So other than for them to catch up on the hospitalization and the checking of it to make sure that there's no further, just so that people get checked in, I do agree with maybe everybody relaxing for like a week or so while they get the medical center set up so that you can go and possibly, for those that's nervous about it, they can get checked and they can get yay or nay with the whole situation. But as far as like cutting off the stock market and all of the different things going on within society and just the natural flow, I just think that's a little bit overboard still. And there's not much people can say that not convince me of that, but I just think this whole fear thing is like, it's just a setup maybe for the people to take the vaccination next year. Like, alright, so I'm not taking the vaccination. Like, I'm cool. I'd rather put my trust into myself and my body, and hopefully I make it. Like, I'll never take a flu one, not one time. And whenever I did, I think I always felt a little sick, a little diarrhea or something. A little bubble guts. So now I'm not sold on vaccinations. The information that I received further compounded that. From what I already thought. Like, this is not just me, listening to some random law, don't take the vaccine. But because like that's from within, like, and your body is your biggest, is your defense in your temple. So like, looking outside of that, you just kind of like, I don't know, it's different. I go to the doctors, I get my physical, I want to know my blood reads and all that, but there's a certain like a line that's drawn between what the medical can do and what your body must do. Like the doctor's only here to help assist your body. I mean, so that's where I'm at with that. But yeah, man, it just it's a lot going on. They shutting down Jersey. They might shut down New York in a couple of days, from what I've seen. The death toll is, it's not astronomical, but Italy is still having problems. And there's no real answer. It's just a lot of people out here. I had some people cut me off of their page because I was like, look, calm down. Like, you're supposed to be a leader of the community, but yet you causing hysteria. Like, you're supposed to be somebody that people look to for being calm and, to investigate and talk situations, but you want to, oh, man, they not testing. Like, it's not only 9 people with the coronavirus in Philadelphia, man. I've been trying to get the virus I've been trying to get the test for a month now. I can't get it. What was me? I don't know what was me. I'm like, oh, calm down, sis. Like, that's hysteria. Like, there's no need to be projecting that when you alright. And if it was really that serious, like, ask what hospitals got it. I mean, I know some. But the test rapid, so it's like, man, like, my whole thing, like, I was caught online for like a day or two, just like people challenging me and, what my beliefs are, but they want me to just be like, yo, man, the fact that you talking like that, man, you must be out here infecting people. Like, huh? Because I'm saying you could live normally. Like, what does me going outside, taking care of my daily duties, or whatever have to do with me infecting people around me? I mean, if I'm washing my hands before I do stuff and operating as I would normally do in the wintertime, maybe with a little more heightened sense of urgency because I understand that it is a pandemic going on with something new, I'm good. There's no need for me to have to be quarantined and not be around people and stuff like that. And I think that if the government, the people in charge, would give a more direct, clear message on, hey, listen, this is something that's not that serious in comparison to what we're dealing with, but we want to take care of it in a way, in urgency, so that it's not a lingering effect on society. So all I'm asking you Americans to do is to give us a week or two, quarantine yourself while we set up the hospitals in order to deal with an influx in sickness incongruent with the flu and some of the things that's already occurring at this current state in time. But overall, this is nothing to worry about. Like, only a small segment of society is actually going to be negatively affected by this virus. That should be the main centering talking point from the leaders down to the people, but instead it's just clips of, oh man, Italy 200 deaths yesterday, oh man, a new celebrity got it, oh man, the Brooklyn Nets got it now, Kevin Durant got it, oh man, they trying to, they want you to, oh man, is they trying to build up this big, hype propaganda on, celebrities got it, you can have it too, like that whole thing. But they're not testing us though, or not so much. I mean, I don't know, I guess you gotta go into the doctors and check. But yeah, I'm just like, if it was a better message coming from the higher ups with a more clear, concise, Obama-esque way, like, even though Obama was talking some bullshit, he would explain it so smooth. Like, well, listen, America, we all are in a time of dire straits. We need to come together for the betterment of society so that we can all get rid of this COVID-19 virus and that we can move forward and operate in a smooth manner. You know, he was a smooth boy. Obama real smooth with the elocution. Like he could talk really well, but was he talking this into a whole? I mean, you never know. Like, and this whole thing going down with the world powers, and they said 1,300 CEOs got off of their switch this year. Like all of the top executive CEOs just left their position, Bill Gates included. So it was like, hold on, what's really going on? You know, like, all right, this whole coronavirus, and they try to pass some bills to sneak, some snooping legislation within the bill, and they got some things going on with the ID 2020. They're talking about Bill Gates might try to implement, microbiology chips in your body, so that you whatever. And the whole thing is they're gonna make it seem like you want it, like you need it. So essentially you're gonna ask for it. Like, man, I ain't gonna die. Just chip me up. Let me know if I'm down. So now if I'm feeling the Rona, I could just hit me up and they'll know. Like, nah, I'm cool. I like my natural biological functions the way that they are. You know what I mean? For real. But man, there's a lot going on. I'm not quite sure where this road is going to lead, but it's definitely getting tighter. I mean, martial law is definitely activated, and I haven't really been outside much, but they say the National Guard is in the city. Jersey's being, there's National Guard there. I've talked to people over on the West Coast, and the funny thing is, I also posed the question, like, who has it? Anybody know anybody that kind of has it? There's been, some instance, like, yeah, this girl from my job, co-worker, she got it. It wasn't no real personal stories like, yo, I got it, bro. I got it, Leaf, and I'm trying to fight it off. You know what I mean? It's sickening or whatever like that. I did have one of my former teachers said that, she thinks that she has it. She feels, a little bit under the weather. But she also says that she wasn't going to get tested for it, and that she was just going to kind of fight it off. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Like, I mean, that's what you do with a cold or a flu or something that ain't killing you. You kind of weigh it out. You get your rest. You fast. I mean, naturally when you sick, you fast. Like, I don't know a lot of you know that, but you do. Like, I know, I'm like, dang, I'm sitting here dying. I ain't hungry. It's been 2 days. All of a sudden, drink maybe a little soup. But really, you fasting. That whole time, your body's just eating it up. So, I could definitely see that. Then I had, another one of my Facebook friends. She's like, she does a lot of traveling and has a higher profile sort of gig, and she said she was in contact with some people that may have had it. So I'm gonna keep up there with them and see how, if they got it, if they got tested, and some of the different signs that they felt, or it might for real, I'm feeling not the best right now. Like, I feel like I got allergies, my back tight. Like, I mean, I'm a little under something, a little under the weather. Not fully, but it's like I'm not feeling perfect. But that's the time of year. Them allergies kick in, the weather change, that cold, hot feeling. Like, people get sick. It's that pneumonia weather. Like, you go out there with no jacket on thinking you cute, girl. You'll catch that pneumonia. That's what I meant. Like, there's a meme out there with the Spider-Man's pointing to the Spider-Man's like, oh, it's you, the virus knows corona knows, you know what I mean? Like, it's all of that. Like, it's hard to really tell. Like, it's all of the symptoms are kind of the same. And they've said, like, as long as you think it's the Rona or this or that, like, they'll be allowed to swoop in and do different things. I mean, they do the plausible thing out there. But I would just say, mind you, watch the numbers. I mean, understand that this isn't a death sentence, that you will recover if you are able to recover, if it's in your destiny. And I think, try to live life as normally as possible, or take these next 2 weeks for vacation. Try to go somewhere. I mean, enjoy yourself. Live better. I mean, try to improve your body. improve your immune system in the time being. Like, that's what I'm going to do. Like, after I'm done, giving this information, I'm still living life. Like, so you can definitely check out. Check out the Philly Boy Show. This is my Corona virus special, my Kobe special. But yeah, man, we living. Like, this is not a time to be stuck and sad. This is a time to see what's going on. The stock market is dropping. Maybe you get some price on some stocks. Maybe you can invest in some housing. Maybe you could invest in yourself, because health is wealth right now. It always has been. And I grabbed some snacks and goodies and stuff I shouldn't be eating during this time. But I think I hit my last L. I think I'm gonna go detox from that. I think I want fast a little bit, and I'm gonna get right. I'm getting right. It's gonna be a shame if I get right in the world end, but we can do what we can do, right? So, this is Lee Blanco 2.0 Philly Boy Show, man. Make sure you like, subscribe, and a question for the day is, how do you feel about this martial law? How long do you feel quarantine should last? Like, what's a reasonable time frame for you in order for them to set up hospitals for this virus that's going to be a virus, as long as it's going to be a virus regardless. You can't really, and the mixture between the vaccine and are y'all still taking the vaccine? How long for the quarantine? And you can still answer the vaccine. You can send, if you got, send a comment, a phrase. I think soon we're gonna be asking video messages and all that if you feel comfortable. But yeah, man, it's Philly Boy Show, coronavirus special. Like, subscribe, join in the conversation. I really want to hear exactly what's going on in your hearts and minds. It's Lee Blanco.